So let's take a look at the first statement to begin with. So complete the following sentence. The momentum of an object has magnitude in kilograms meters per second and a direction. Now, why have I put that? The reason why, just add some context, is momentum is a vector, and a vector quantity is something that has both size and direction. So, for example, speed. You measure speed perhaps in meters per second, so 30 meters per second. But if you define a direction, then you would refer to it as velocity. So if you were to say 30 meters per second east, that would be the velocity. So momentum, the formula, which we're going to use later, just put at the top here, is momentum is equal to mass times velocity. You can see that that formula is composed of mass, which is a scalar quantity, and velocity, which is a vector, and the vector wins. So the vector is the most important part. So that is why momentum is a vector. A car being driven at 9 meters per second collides with the back of a stationary lorry. The car slows down and stops in 0.2 seconds. The total mass of the car and the driver is 1200 kg. Calculate the average force exerted by the lorry on the car during the collision. Show clearly how you work out your answer. So we need the formula which relates this impact force to change in momentum. So the equation is this. So force is equal to change in momentum divided by time taken. So the change in momentum is found by the momentum at the end minus the momentum before, so final minus initial, divided by the time taken. So if we look at the momentum before, you can see that it is 9 times 1200, and then the momentum at the end is collides with the back of a stationary lorry, and eventually that would come to 0. So the momentum at the end will be 0 because the lorry is stationary, and then the car will be brought to rest as well, all over the time taken, which is 0.2. So that calculates to be 54,000 newtons, which is a very large force, which you'd expect for something colliding and then being brought to rest in a very, very short space of time. So 0.2 seconds, what is that? That's a fifth of a second. Okay, so we've got a force which is 54,000 newtons. Okay, within 0.04 seconds of the car hitting the back of the lorry, the car driver's airbag inflates. The airbag deflates when it is hit by the driver's head. Use the idea of momentum to explain why the airbag reduces the risk driver sustaining a serious head injury. So what we need to think about is how does this device here, which is the airbag, help reduce, possible injury or even death by the way that it inflates. And how can we explain this? Well, the way we explain this is to think about this formula again. So F equals the change in momentum over the time taken. So the way that this works, in the same way that seat belts work, crumple zones work, is they reduce the force experienced by the person by increasing the time over which the change in momentum takes place. It says within 0.04 seconds of the car hitting the back of the lorry, the car driver inflates, the airbag deflates when it's hit by the driver's head. So as soon as that person's head hits the bag, it slowly begins to deflate. So let's think about this just mathematically. So the change in momentum is the same as it was before because the mass of the car and the person has not changed, and the end result is the same. It comes to a stop. So that doesn't change. So that's fixed. However, the time is increased because the person's head is brought slowly to rest. So as a result, if the top bit stays the same, but the bottom, the denominator increases, that means the force must decrease. So let's formulate that as a set of bullet points. So the airbag increases time for person to come to rest. Or another way of saying that, it increases the time for the change in momentum to take place. Then you can see from the equation, T, the time goes up, so F must decrease. And as that person will be experiencing that force, The lower the force is, or the more that it can be reduced, then the less likely that person is to experience a dangerous injury. So if F must decrease, and that is the result then of this momentum happening over a slower period of time. Therefore, person is brought to rest in slower period of time. So to summarize, increase the time, change of momentum remains the same, force must decrease as a result.